How are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. I am coming to you with a different type of video today. It's a weight loss video, but it's called the Phat Chat. P-H-A-T chat. So, it's going to be an awesome conversation between me and my great best friend, fellow YouTuber, Just Kinda too. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Hey, Just Kinda too. How are you doing? How are you doing? As you see, I'm in the car as usual. I'm always on the go, right? Such a busy woman, right? But I wanted to talk and do a weight loss chat today for our subbies, our lovies, you know. So I wanted to ask you about your lifestyle, your vegan lifestyle, and how it came about. Because I know you were one of the igniters to my lifestyle as well, and I'm going to tell my lovies the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but I'm going to tell them how I got started once you tell me how you got started. So, how'd you get started, Just Kinda too?
Hey, Bridget, how you doing, darling girl? Yeah, you always on the go. You are just, I don't know about you. You so busy, but you get things done, so that's the important thing. It's one thing to be busy and not get nothing done, so that's kudos for you. I got started about 4.5 years ago. Me and hubby would do vegetarian for 30 days, you know, out the year, until we came across some friends, and we're good friends with them now. They were vegan for like 20 some odd years. They've been vegan forever. So we would go to their house for Bible study and stuff like that. And of course, they had vegan meals that you would not know were vegan meals. They're that delicious. And we started, you know, conversating, asking questions, started to research on our own, shared recipes. And from there, we went from 30 days to being vegetarian to 4 years now being vegan. And it kind of just stuck. Like right now, I'm making macaroni and cheese. The family is getting together because my family's in town. And guess what? I want to eat too. So I'm making macaroni and cheese, vegan macaroni and cheese, some vegan ribs, some baked beans, and I'm making some rolls. And am I going to eat all that? Of course not. I'm going to feed the family. I may have a little bit of macaroni and cheese because I got to taste it. Of course, you know, I have to taste it to make sure it's good. But yeah, so it's going 4 years strong, and I don't see myself eat any other way. It's like you said, it's a lifestyle. So.
Oh wow. Okay, so like for me, of course, I'm on my 5th year. I just had my 4-year anniversary, or vegiversary is what I call it, my vegiversary. I had that April the 4th of this year, and I remember having a conversation with you on Facebook. We were inboxing each other. This is before me and you were even like homies like that. Like, and you were like, yeah, you know, you should try it for a few days and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I'm one of those people that say, okay, I'll try anything once. No, I don't. Not anything. I'm going to revert that. But I'll try certain things once, especially if it's a healthy situation, because you know where I come from, Kanana. I come almost 400 pounds ago, you know, and it's like, well, let me see how this works. This is going to be a mental challenge for me. Like initially, it was a mental thing for me, and it was kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna eat no meat. It was April 2nd, I'll never forget. It's my mom's birthday, and she and my aunt, they had cooked some fish. They had fried some fish up that Friday, and I was like, okay, I don't even like fish like that. I never really liked fish like that, even when I was a meat eater. but that was actually ironically my last like meat that I've eaten. And it's so crazy because I had already started changing my mindset, because while they had fried the fish, I was like, no, give me a few pieces. I'll bake my fish and I'll have some broccoli and rice. My last meat, or my last meal with meat was very disciplined. I had already began to discipline myself in the area of eating and didn't really realize it until like probably later on down the line. And so that's basically how I got started. Now, my question to you is, how hard was it for you to go from eating meats to not eating meat? So how hard was it, that transition for you?
It wasn't as hard as I thought, me personally, but my husband on the other hand, a heavy meat eater, it was difficult for him. Like, the most meat I would eat was chicken or goat. Yeah. But I didn't really eat it as often. I'm a chick that just sides. I'm a side chick, but not like that, you know what I mean? Not like I'm number one, but you know, like, I like sides and stuff. Yeah. So I didn't have a problem transitioning. Plus, you know, with our vegan friends, they gave us a lot of vegetable alternatives where I can look at my plate and looks like meat. So it's pretty much going from meat to something that looks like meat, and it tricks the mind of like, okay, I'm still eating meat, but not really. Like I said, my husband, on the other hand, it was difficult for him, and he still talks about chicken every now and then. Does he go and get the chicken? No, because he's that disciplined, but he talks about it. But we get meat substitutes as well. I don't buy it often because, you know, you still got to look at, you know, stuff like that. And I'm a natural chick. I make everything usually from scratch. And so, but for me personally, it wasn't as hard as I thought. So yeah, sometimes I do meat substitutes, but not as often. Like the other night we had black bean burgers, and I actually used the can this time. Usually I take the raw dry beans, soak them overnight, and cook them, and then, you know, do the whole process. But like I said, there are meat alternative options. You just do it in moderation. Like you said, Bridget, you know, in anything, you have to do it in moderation. You have to, because you can't indulge on certain things all the time, or, you know, you'll wind up back to where you started. And I didn't start at 400, but I started close to 300. And so right now I'm tipping over to I'm almost down to 170, because I'm at 181 the last time I weighed. So it's like I can see the change in my life. That's what keeps me on this path, on this weight loss journey with being a vegan.
Awesome. So I know for me, it was kind of an easy thing, because I'm like you. I'm a side chick. And chicken was probably, I did turkey every now and then. I did pork every now and then, like every now and then. I had kind of swayed away from the red meat, only because it just made me feel heavy. And I know when I would go to places like McDonald's, I could not eat their hamburgers because I would get sick all the time. So for me, it was like when people talk about, was it hard to do it, this and the third? I was like, no. I said, I quit cold turkey. They was like, serious? I was like, seriously. You know, because me, again, is about moderation, and it's a mind control thing. It's your mind. And if your mind is right, you can do the rest, you know, the physical part or the natural part of it. I remember you was talking about the substitute meats. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I went vegetarian, the first couple of months, well, really probably the first year, I think I did a lot of the substitutes, you know, and I still do them from time to time because I don't have the time to cook like I should. But that should be changing really soon. I have my own kitchen soon to cook and things of that nature. Yay! But I love just a vegetable plate with just steamed or sauteed vegetables and things of that nature. So generally I try to stay away from the substitutes because although they're not meat substitutes, they do have a lot of sodium in it, and you can still pick up weight as a vegetarian and or vegan because of the salt intake, the sodium intake. So yeah, I do understand you guys trying to stay away from the meat substitutes. And you know, I had got into the what is it called, the wheat meat or the seitan or whatever, and it's a good substitute. However, I look at when I was preparing it. Now it's different when you're preparing it because you can kind of control your sodium intake, but at the end of the day it's gluten, and it's also, you have to put a lot of seasonings in it just to make it taste worth eating, you know. And with vegetables, you don't have to do that. You put your seasonings in it, and it pretty much, because most vegetables are all water, would take on that flavor quicker than a meat substitute. I do a lot of black beans and beans period, because they're a good source of my vitamin B, which surprisingly my doctor says that's okay. My vitamin B level is great for vegetarian, vegan. So yeah, so that brings me to my next question. Like, has there been any medical issues when dealing with or once you change your lifestyle, when you take the meat out of your lifestyle? Because I've heard a lot of vegans and vegetarians, more so vegans, just here on YouTube say, oh, I have this now and I have to incorporate this into my meal to supplement what I didn't have. Did you have that problem?
Thankfully I didn't. My iron has always been low, so from eating regular meat, you know, to a vegan lifestyle, my iron was still low. And it's just a matter of finding those foods with those nutrients that you need. Like, I'm looking at my cabinet. Like I said, I do a lot of things just raw and from scratch. Like, I have, you know, my canisters that I actually use, you know, my lentils, and I have some kidney beans. But from time to time, the canned beans will be on sale. And like right now, I have a couple cans of black beans and chickpeas, and they're from Organic Truth. They were only $1 from Kroger. And if you look to the back, a lot of people are concerned about protein and iron and all this stuff. But if you look at the back of these, beans are, besides high in fiber, of course. People know, you know, when I eat beans, I'm let me go to the bathroom. But it's so much more in beans that people do not know. That's why, as a vegan, we look to beans and a lot of other stuff that people don't even realize has the nutrients that we need are in them. Like for garbanzo beans, chickpeas. These have 6 grams of protein in every half cup. That is a lot of protein. And then the black beans are even better, 7 grams of protein, and then the iron is 10% iron. And that's why I eat a lot of these black beans, because I'm really low in iron. I have kidney beans. All were only $4. And a lot of people say, not to get off subject, but being vegan or vegetarian is so expensive. The only way that is true is if you're buying all these meat substitutes, all these stuff that's trying to be, you know, like a regular diet. That's where it gets expensive. But if you're just buying fresh fruits and veggies and like legumes and nuts and stuff, is not, trust me, you will definitely save, and you will see that money that you will spend on meat. Say you spend like $3 a pound or $2 and some change a pound on some ribs or some chicken. If you take that money and put it towards something even better for you, like fresh fruits and fresh veggies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the store every other day. Well, you go to the store every other day anyway to get something. You know what I mean? Why not pick up something, a head of lettuce, 99 cents at Kroger. I know where you live. I know everybody lives at different places. But if you price meat and then price fruits and veggies are a lot cheaper. Now, when you get to organic and have everything organic, that's when you get a little pricey. I understand that. I get organic when I can, but when I can't, I can't. But other than that, I haven't had any issues. The only issues I have is keeping my my iron up. But I've had that issue forever. My mom has the issue. My sisters have the issue, iron deficient. But other than that, I haven't had any problems. I have had a lot of great things. Like, I've been upping on my protein. You'd be surprised how much protein you can get on a vegan diet. And that's like the main focus on some people's, like, oh, protein. Look, boo-boo, I get my proteins in, okay? But yeah, so no problems health-wise for me or for my children, because you know my whole family is vegan. My immediate family anyway, but no problems.
Oh my gosh, Kanana, you said something right there where you was talking about the protein situation. Like, people think that you have to get proteins through animal meat, or animal products or what have you. But honestly, you know, I juice a lot, and all of my YouTube lovies, they know that I juice probably once or twice, maybe 3 times a month. As a matter of fact, I'm back on another I do it for like 5 or 6 days at a time. This time I'm going to do 6 days. I went on ahead and bought all 6 days worth of juice, so I won't have to keep going back, because once you have it, you have it. But a question that was posed to me doing my juice fast one time before was like, well, where are you getting your protein from? I'm getting ready to show you, because I'm drinking some protein now, honey. These green juices, any green juice that has kale, spinach, collard greens, or anything like that, all green leafy vegetables, the dark green ones, not like just regular lettuce, because that's just water, but like your leafy greens, they are packed with so many protein. You know, trust me, if the life wasn't healthier, a lot of people would not be trying to substitute their meat for something else, because, you know, there's so many byproducts that you get from the meat other than the protein, you know, and a lot of the stuff is what's been injected in the meats, you know, or in the animal while it was being prepared for its destiny. I say it like that. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, you know, I was talking to, I think it was you, or I was watching a video of Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, and I was kind of turned off. Besides the song itself, it was I'm feeling myself. But Beyonce, I thought, don't quote me, I thought that she had turned vegan. You know, I know she has a vegan food line that was out, but like, she and Nicki Minaj were eating a burger, and I was like, yo, really? You know, and then, you know, and I thought about it, I was like, it could have been a veggie burger, but like, you'll be surprised at people that eat meat, or I call them carnivores, that eat a lot of meat. They really don't realize that there are meat substitutes out there, and she could have been, of course, eating a meat substitute, because I had a shallow vegetarian moment, vegan moment. I had a shallow moment like, oh my gosh, she eat meat. But it may have been a black bean burger or a chickpea patty or what have you. But to those who don't know it, they think she's eating a burger, because I have had someone say, I thought vegans only ate grass and vegetables all day. I'm not a rabbit. You know, so yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, you know, people just assume like the lifestyle itself is just horrible. There's so much you can do with your foods, and you don't have to use animal byproducts. Like, it's so much, and I'm probably in the best, you know, I was never diagnosed with high blood pressure or diabetes or things of that nature, but I feel at my best. I'm sorry, I'm really sleepy. I feel at my best now that I've turned this route in life, this lifestyle, because although I wasn't just I just gorged on food. No, I was never, it was never the situation for me. But what was the situation was a lot of the stuff, like I said, that comes with the meat. You know, I was big as a house almost. But yeah, I just want to share with the world, with my YouTube lovies, that you don't have to necessarily it's not a boring lifestyle. As a matter of fact, it's a lot more, how can I say, it's more fun, this lifestyle, because you get to try different recipes. You get to see how cauliflower can transfer into like a chicken nugget, like literally, like a piece of cauliflower. And Kanana, you know, honey, you turned me on to that one, honey. By the way, she's like, my video got cut off, but she's like the most vegan chef, best vegan chef in America right now that I know, you know. And I know some people, you know. But yeah.
Exactly. When you said that being a vegan / vegetarian, it allows you to be so much more creative and think outside the box. I was sitting crazy because I was spending the night with my sister's house, and she's like, I don't know what I'm going to give the boys for breakfast because I don't have no more milk for cereal, you know, and I don't have, you know, stuff to make pancakes. I said, well, you have bread and you have butter. Just make some cinnamon toast, and then you can cut up these oranges, and they can have oranges and cinnamon toast. And she's like, oh, okay, that sounds like a great breakfast. And I'm like, yes, you have to be creative. Like now my daughter, she's she's allergic to wheat and gluten. So now at first I was like, oh my gosh, what is she going to eat? But now I'm opening my mind, opening the box that I was put in, being a vegan, and think, okay, well, there's other flours out there. So I got some chickpea. Hubby ordered some chickpea flour. I got I've been had potato flour. There's tapioca starch. There's potato starch. You know, there's all these other options. And so yesterday I actually made her, because on Fridays I'm a vegan baker, as you know, Kanana, Bridget. I'm a vegan baker, so on Fridays I bake for the family. So I made us a giant cookie, and I made her one that's gluten-free, and as you see, she almost ate it all. And you have to be so creative. Right now I'm making cupcakes for my nephews. I'm about to go to their house today for dinner, and in the oven, you want to see, Kanana? In the oven right now I have some macaroni and cheese, vegan macaroni and cheese. And my daughter's asking if it's ready. Yeah, and it's gonna be on point. So there's so many other options. So there's so many options, I should say, that you can still enjoy food even more so. You know? Is it? No.
Yes, the options, and I think because I do like to cook, I think the options is what drew me near to laying off the meat substitutes and coming up with those different things. Like I think you did a video the other day, and you guys should go check it out, where she made some fried eggplant. Looks like fish. Look like you put some hot sauce on that thing, some tartar sauce, excuse me, and get it. You know, it looked just like fish. You know, it's so many different options. You can just do with vegetables. Vegetables are textured. So certain vegetables are textured like meat. A great substitute for the summer, and I'm going to probably do a video on it when I get moved in and settled into my new place. A video where I do like the pulled pork sandwiches or pork tacos, but it's not going to be made of pork, it's going to be made of jackfruit. And I'm going to do that video, and I'm going to show, you know, and I appreciate your dedication to YouTube and in showing people the options they have, you know, because yes, this is my channel. It's called the Curvegan channel, where, you know, you can be curvy and you can be vegan and like it, you know. But also, it not only does it give vegans or vegetarians, you know, a place to come and talk and chit chat and do whatever, but it also is a place for those who, oh, the sun is killing me. That's one thing that I don't like, guys. Y'all, all my subbies know I don't like no sun. That's why my vitamin D is low now. That's the only reason my vitamin D is low, because I don't like the sun. But it gives those who may be thinking about the lifestyle a chance to come and see on hand. You know, I love the YouTube and I love to watch other YouTube videos, but I don't really hear a lot of vegans or vegetarians or vegetarian / whatever you want to call it. I don't hear a lot of them saying how the lifestyle is. They may come with a few recipes or what I ate today or what have you, but what started your thing, your lifestyle? What was the thing that made you say, okay, I want to stop eating meat? You know, and I think that this video here is going to open the door for a lot of people to think, like, do I really need that meat? You know, or let me, you know, and of course I'm not no Nazi in the area of veganism, but I do recommend that most people try a few days of no meats and just see how much more free they feel, lighter they feel, energetic they feel, because you literally get like really, really sluggish when you eat a lot of those meats and things of that nature. So yeah, I appreciate your page. I appreciate you coming on and you doing your thing with your recipes. And oh my gosh, I cannot wait until I get settled, because I have so many recipes I would like to share. Some things that I've come up with playing around in the kitchen. You know, and that's my thing. I love to play around in the kitchen. And it's so ironic when you say play around in the kitchen, because I still prepare meat for my company. And I know you asked me the other night, do I have a vegan option to those things? And I do believe that I will at some point have a vegan / vegetarian option for those who don't care, you know, want to try our product. And our product is, by the way, egg rolls. So yeah, I'm going to play around the kitchen with it, because of course I want to brand my company, but I want to also be able to cater to everyone, you know, carnivores and herbivores. So yeah, but I still prepare it, and it's like I had to play around with the flavor, but I'm not sure where this thing cut me off at, but yeah, I get to play around with different flavors and things of that nature doing my, you know, cooking my egg rolls and stuff. Like the other night I was like, oh my gosh, I have not cooked beef in so long, because I had to order for some cheeseburger egg rolls. And I was like, oh my gosh, how do you do this? But I didn't taste it. I just used my sense of smell, but it allows me to play around in the kitchen. And I love playing around in the kitchen. But most of all, like I said, the vegan life allows me to play around in the kitchen. So yeah, I love playing around in the kitchen. But like I said, I appreciate your coming here and talking to me today. You know, we glide every day though. Every day we glide. It's not a day that we don't glide, but you know, some of the conversations that we have, YouTube, like, they're so deep, and every time we get a chance, we're going to come to you guys and do this weight loss chat, or I want to call it the Phat chat, Phat chat. Yeah, not FAT, but the Phat chat. I think that's what I'm going to call it. But Thank you, Just Kanana, too, for coming on and doing this with me today. Yay. Anywho, I'm getting ready to go into the store, Tarjay, and I'm going to get my gift registry started for my housewarming party. Yay. I wish I could invite all my loves and my subbies, but I can't. I don't know you guys. I don't know all of you guys, rather. But I want to get to know y'all a little bit better. Like, talk to me. All right. Love you.
Well, you know I'm always down for that. And yes, we glad a day. Not every day, a day. Girl, we glad. Whoever wakes up first, hey, how you doing? Good morning, girl. Because we friends like that. We friends like that. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. The ones you can depend on. Oh, hey. And I can honestly say, Bridget, you are like one of my best friends for life. Like, for real. Oh, my God.